As a child, you may have enjoyed going on the seesaw. And when you were on the seesaw, you had an opportunity to balance, neither to be up nor down, but to be right in the middle. But what you probably found as a child is, even though that was interesting and fun for a moment, it was much more fun to go up and down. However, now here we are as adults, and the ups and downs of life can make it so difficult to stay in a good frame of mind and to be able to attract those situations which you desire. So today, we're going to discover how to stay in balance. Welcome, everyone. It's Marsha Martin, the Heart Healer, and here with me today to help you find your alignment, that center point, that perfect balance where you can live your life in a seamless flow of good is Buddha. Now, Buddha's name means awakened in Sanskrit, but it also applies to a spiritual philosophy. So the Buddha that is here with us today is Siddhartha Gautama, born on a full moon on May 8th. And he was the being that most personified that awakened state. He had the life purpose of achieving fullness. Now, we understand that fullness is not having the most things, but it is having the biggest connection to source energy so that you are so full that you are a blessing to yourself and everyone else that you encounter. And to do this, it was necessary for him to overcome lower energies, see life as endless, fill with understanding, and then overcome all. Now, when we think about words like overcome, we can often get in our minds the idea that this means that you have to go into battle or that you have to have a fight. So what I want you to see instead is the river that flows. Now, in the river, there are going to be obstacles. Sometimes there will be sticks or boulders or different things. There is always some of the water that gets stuck up against the rock, and it can just keep looking as though it is continuing to circle and circle and circle and not going anywhere. And then there are other parts of the river that just flow on either side. When you see an obstacle in your path, instead of getting triggered and feeling like it's necessary to fight and to prove that you're right, flow on either side. Allow yourself to be a peaceful participant in your life. Buddha is always going to teach us about balance and inner peace. And this is whether you are engaging with the person who attained the Buddha nature or whether you are studying the philosophy of Buddhism. He, meaning Siddhartha, is an interesting study in differences because he grew up as a prince, so very wealthy, lacking for nothing, not even realizing that there was poverty in the world around him. And it wasn't until he grew old enough to walk outside the palace walls that he had or gained an understanding that there was disparity in the world. So he went from this entitled life of everything to sitting under the Bodhi tree with nothing. Now, your journey does not have to be that different. It doesn't have to have that much contrast because now he has acquired this awakened state, this peaceful nature that he is more than happy to share with you from the energetic state. So this is the way in which we all help each other. As one of us reaches that state of complete enlightened awakening and then transitions back into the energetic or chooses to stay here and operate in the world, that energy of enlightenment and awakened knowledge is now freely flowing into the world for you to access. All that is required of you is that you be open and receptive. You must be in the allowing state. So that means that those boulders that are in your river of life, you need to just move around them. Be in flow. Be in allowing. Buddha taught that you are happiest living in the middle way, which is moderation in all things. So you don't want to be either over the top rich or desperately poor. You want to have enough of everything that you desire. But let's look at this. If you desire to be a minimalist and someone packs you full of things that you neither desire or will make use of, it can feel very overburdening. So it's not the things that are going to bring you joy. It is your relationship to you and to your life. How good have you been at attracting that which you desire instead of that which is unwanted? And you become the appropriate attractor beam by keeping your thoughts focused on what you do want. So Buddha wants to help us awaken from the illusion. Buddha sees the past, present, and future simultaneously with neutrality, clarity, and compassion. Judgment is missing. When you see all, you see that at every opportunity, most people are doing the best that they are able to do with the information they have available to them. It's time to upgrade your information by getting a deeper alignment with Source so that you can continue upgrading your best ability, your best life, your best manifestation. So, Buddha embraces all beings with intense, unconditional love. And when you invite the Buddha into your spiritual self, you will feel a beautiful, expansive energy of love. Not judgment, no criticism, no condemnation. Just a beautiful, expanded field of love. Buddha is connected to his divine self, and he responds with endless virtue. And when you are able to connect fully with your divine self, your life will be filled with loving compassion, loving kindness, loving service. And you will understand that the mind is here to be your servant. The disciplined mind becomes an incredible tool. The mind that runs off in every direction because you have not put in the energy that's necessary in order to show the mind that you are the guide and the mind is not to run off on its own. When you put in the work to discipline your mind, you acquire a fabulous tool, and that will help move you even closer to be free of judgment. Buddhas, and that is all people who have attained that awakened state and that inner tranquility, delight in being spirit guides. So if you find someone that has attained that state of peaceful union, they would be considered a Buddha or a wonderful spirit guide. Buddhas can be ordinary people, but they awaken others to their own Buddha nature. If you have chosen to awaken and you're trying to keep that energy for yourself, which is impossible and really doesn't indicate awakening, but if you were to do that, you would not be considered a Buddha. Buddhas are emissaries of loving kindness in the world. So move forward into this beautiful place of compassion and peace, this place where you truly are balanced and all of your needs are met. Remember, the life in which you are of loving service, not in servitude, but you are in loving service to the Creator, means that everything you desire for your own best, most peaceful, most expanded life will be given to you. You will not be given those things that you don't desire. So if you are a minimalist, a lot of junk is not going to find its way to you. If you love to have every gadget, then every gadget will find its way to you, and that will bring you joy. The thing to remember is that if you are truly in alignment with Source, your world becomes filled with joy. So that's a good barometer to use continuously. If you are not in a joyful state, you have stepped out of alignment, and it is time for you to return to that place of peace and joy. So now, the Buddha has written to us a beautiful message about finding yourself, finding the balance by going within. And he begins, searching, 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 looking everywhere for answers, looking around you for solutions, looking beside you for confirmation, and often giving up in despair. It's time to stop looking and begin seeing. You cannot see with the physical eyes. You cannot satisfy the yearning to connect, nor can you become all that you have chosen to be in this life by looking at the world. Your journey must be to go within and seek your beingness. Seek the Creator. Seek that which is truly you. There is no other way to find fulfillment or to satisfy the soul's hunger. Yet seeking alone will not bring you to fullness, for you would be asking the mind to do the work of the heart. It is not possible to do it all when only part of you is engaged. In order to find your peace, contentment, and point of balance, it is necessary that you bring all that you are into the beingness of the self. It will not matter how, where, or when you begin. It only matters that you cease to look at the world and relying on it for answers. The world can answer worldly concerns, but you are not of the world. You are of the Creator, and it is with the divine presence that you must align. The journey inward will provide for you all the blessings you seek. I am not asking you to choose the path of ascension that was right for me, but I am asking you to choose to go within, away from the noise, the distractions, and the persistent clamoring. Go within and align with the unconditional love that is waiting there for you. Go within and rest in the acceptance of the heart center. Go within and begin to comprehend your greatness. Go within and begin to connect on every level. Understand that when you go within, you are not being asked to go without that which brings you joy. Joy is your birthright. You will not go without. Take my hand and allow me, Buddha, to lead you into the inner sanctuary of your own pure and beautiful heart. Allow your cares to drop away and rest in the loving arms of the divine. Bask in this presence of love and acceptance and feel the healing that washes through you with every breath you take. Breathe in, go within, and be filled with love and peace. Go enjoy. Be in balance. Arise transformed. Be the beautiful river that flows by going within, finding your center point, allowing yourself to align with Source and do the work of letting go of everything that is standing between you and your goal. You will not lose anything. No one is asking you to give up anything that's working. The only request is that you let go of the products of the ego that are keeping you bound. And that includes every negative, lower vibrational, energetic product. Anger, limiting beliefs, resentment, jealousy, victimhood. Let go of it all, and you will rise as you align more fully with the divine. Call on energies such as the Buddha, who will help you find that inner peace, that inner balance, and that way forward into a life that is filled with magnificence. It absolutely is your birthright and is the promise that God made to each and every being. However, it's up to you to claim it. No one can do it for you. No one can force you to do it. You must allow flow around the rocks. Love yourself so much that you give yourself the gift of allowing and aligning. Thanks everyone for being here. I am so honored by all of you who are participating, sharing, liking, subscribing, and commenting. You make all the difference. As always, I welcome you to join me on my website. It's Marsha Martin the Heart Healer, or mmhearthealer.com, and there you will find a way to join our Healing Hearts community under the Community tab, or a way to work with me individually under the Coaching tab. And in addition, there are many, many free resources, because the goal of every awakened being is to help everyone else's journey, help their own journey, and help the world to journey forward. So, thank you all for being a vital part of this community and allowing my journey to be filled with joy and bringing so much joy into the world. Until next time, I'm sending you all my love and my deepest